What's going on, everybody? Got 2 packages in the mail today, so we're going to be doing another update to the TI quests. And so I got a large bundle of games in today, and in that bundle, you can check it out on the newest collection update video, but in that bundle were some TI-99 games, and so we're going to talk about those. Here's how the cartridges looked, and of course they just slide in. They give you this little handle here to grab them and pull them out. So the first one I pulled out here is Munchman for the TI-99. Munchman is basically Texas Instruments' answer to Pac-Man. So there's that. This thing looks like it's in really great shape. Actually, the label is still glossy and awesome. Next game here we have, this actually isn't a game, this is Terminal Emulator 2. Now basically what this is the computer has BASIC, the programming language, pre-built into it where you can make your own programs, games, things like that. Well, there were 2 cartridges that came out. One was called, I think it was BASIC Extended, and then another called Terminal Emulator 2. Both of them allowed you to basically go beyond the limits of what the scripting allowed you to do on those computers and do even more advanced things and really unlock the potential of the system. Terminal Emulator 2, I believe, being even more advanced than BASIC Extended. So there's that. This is basically going to allow me, the whole reason I bought it, this is sad, but the whole reason I bought it is so I could write text-to-speech programs and make the voice synthesizer say stupid shit, but I'm sure I'll find other stuff to do with it eventually too. So there's that. Alright, the most famous and well-known game on the TI-99. This is Parsec. This is a side-scroller space shooter, and the reason why I think so many people like it is because it's one of the few games for the system that utilizes the speech synthesizer. And so basically you have this robotic woman's voice going like, "Good shot, pilot," and "Congratulations," and it's hilarious sounding. So there's Parsec. 2 more. This is TI Invaders, and it is what you think. It's Texas Instruments' answer to Space Invaders on, I guess, the Atari and systems like that. It's a really, really well done copy of Space Invaders, and there's that. Once again, look at that label. It's still got a really nice gloss to it. I like that. And then finally, this is going to be a hilarious game. This is Microsurgeon for the TI-99, and basically you perform microsurgery, and you've got the robotic voice once again. It utilizes the speech synthesizer, and it's like, "Doctor, patient is ready for microsurgery," and you do these like crazy little surgeries in like the brain and all kinds of crazy shit. I mostly got it just because I want to like butcher a patient and listen to the lady like freak out and be like, "No, no, stop, doctor!" And so there's that. One more item. This is actually in a separate package. I'm almost certain of what this is, but I'm going to go ahead and open it on camera here and see what it's all about. Alright, this is exactly what I thought it was. Not a really interesting item to talk about, but what this is a cable that was used to hook up a cassette player, or recorder rather, to the TI-99 computer. Now you probably are wondering, what's the point of that? Well, get this. You could actually play games off of and record programs to cassette tapes. Some of you may not find that, that startling, but to most people who I've talked to about it, they just can't fathom that you can play a game off of a cassette tape, because you only think of those for music, really. And so, say I wrote up a program for text-to-speech, like I was talking about earlier. Well, if I didn't want to have to type that up every single time, I could type the program up and save it to the cassette. And then when I wanted to recall it for future use, you put the cassette in the cassette player and stream it to the computer, and it takes like 20 minutes. And it makes a sound that I can only describe as a mixture between dial-up internet and the ocean. It's kind of like... and it makes these crazy noises while it loads up. And so it takes forever, and I'm sure people back in the day were really annoyed, like, come on! But now it's just an oddity and a novelty. And so this is the cable needed to hook up the tape deck to the computer. And what's crazy is this is still in the original packaging. You can look up here and see Texas Instruments home computer cassette cable, and this thing's never been opened up before, which is pretty crazy. So I'll probably actually keep this cardboard piece and maybe the bag in case I ever decide to I guess sell it later on in the future if I ever want to turn around and make a profit on all this, but we'll see. And on the back here it actually has a diagram and instructions and stuff. Let me read it off and see if there's anything interesting. Instructions: to connect your cassette player to the home computer, insert the single 9-pin D connector into the 9-pin outlet located on the back of your home computer. Do not use the 9-pin outlet on the left side of the console. That's where you plug in joysticks. And there were actually two types of joysticks. There were TI-99 branded joysticks, which are really rare and they come in pairs. And you could also buy a converter box, which lets you plug up Atari 2600 controllers. That's usually the most applicable and plausible answer for today, because they're really rare to find the TI ones, and they're usually broken. Step 2. The triple plug end of the cable for cassette unit 1 attaches to the cassette recorder as follows. A. Insert the plug with red wire into the microphone jack. B. Insert the plug with the black wire into the remote jack. Note: if you are not using one of the recommended cassette recorders, a list of compatible recorders is provided with the literature accompanying your home computer on a sheet entitled Audio Cassette Recorder Information. The polarity may be reversed. If so, the motor in the unit will not respond to the computer's start-stop commands after pressing enter with the recorder's play or record buttons activated. If this is the case, unplug the black connector to operate your recorder manually to stop the unit, according to the instructions to the computer monitor. C. Insert the plug with the white wire into the earphone external speaker jack. 3. Plug the power to run the cassette recorder is not supplied by the home computer. Batteries or AC power cord must be used depending on the recorder type. See the user's reference guide for details. Holy shit, hope you guys enjoyed the video.